What's up guys? It feels like I haven't done one of these videos in forever, but I finally decided to sit down and I've asked if anyone had any questions for me so I can put together a bit of a Q&A about travel, photography, videography, Instagram, social media, pretty much anything and everything. And so here we are, a Q&A. Dana Alicia asks, how do you upload high quality images from your computer to Instagram? So the main reason why your photos are gonna look crappy when you take them from your phone or your computer to Instagram is because of compression. It's a super annoying thing Instagram does to save space. And basically what I do to get around this is I upload it to Dropbox or I use Lightroom Mobile, which is the app that I use for pretty much anything photography related. If I wanna upload a photo from like a year ago, I've got like 20,000 photos synced onto a cloud. So I can just pretty much download this photo to my phone and then upload it straight to Instagram. When it comes to like client work and stuff, I put it onto Dropbox, send it off to them, and you can download it onto your computer, totally uncompressed photography or any videos stuff that you might have. Horror Unleash asks, what is the best way to get a good quality shot on a simple phone or camera? What a lot of people don't realize is even on like a $5,000 camera, you can still take a bad, crappy photo. When it comes to taking a good photo, I think the best thing that I can think of and best advice I can give you is lighting. Lighting is by far the most essential thing when it comes to photography. Photography actually means painting with light. Divine121 asks, what's a good starting camera and what's a good lens to start out with when you want to take nature/landscape shots? So I'll start with the first aspect of the question, and that's what camera should you use. My own camera, the first one that I ever started with was a 700D, Canon 700D. I've only ever owned two cameras, and that's a 700D and a 5D Mark III. And the only reason I upgraded from the 700D to the 5D Mark III is because I was at Stratty one weekend taking photos and I left it on the beach and it literally got completely soaked and it just screwed itself. So I upgraded to the 5D Mark III. But yeah, long story short, 700D is a great starting camera and it can take some seriously great stuff. For the first 100 videos, pretty much 99% of which I've privated now on my channel, it was using a 700D. And second part of the question, what lens should you start with when you want to take nature/landscape shots? I would say a wide angle so you can capture as much as you can. If you're gonna go for a 700D, then I'll go for a 10 to 18 mil because that is super wide and you pretty much can't get any wider. If you have a full frame camera, I would probably go for a 16 to 35, which is what I'm using right now. Super wide angle as well. That's pretty much your own personal preference. The two major ones are probably Final Cut Pro and Adobe Premiere Pro. Yeah, I think that's that's what it's called. And I use Adobe Premiere Pro and Lightroom. Adobe is pretty much what I use. They're the programs that I use. I know nothing about a Final Cut, so I'm sorry I can't help you there. I started off using a program called Filmora. I paid like 40 bucks for it and it did everything I needed it to do when I was starting out, when I had absolutely no idea what I was doing or saying or anything, all right? So pay 40 bucks, get Filmora. I mean, if you're planning on making videos for long term, maybe invest a bit more money into Adobe Premiere Pro or one of those high-end video editing software. But what does my head in all the time is when people think they need this fancy ass program when all they're doing is cutting clips and putting them together. You don't need that. Literally get a cheap program like Filmora and it'll do everything you want it to do and more. The only reason why you would upgrade to stuff like Adobe Premiere Pro and things like that is to utilize what it has to offer. Cutting and copying is not utilizing what it has to offer. Amy Shipper asked, how do you take photos of lightning? To be totally honest and frank with you all, I've actually never taken photos of lightning before. However, I do know how to take photos of lightning. All you need is a tripod, a camera, and a remote shutter. Set up your tripod in the general direction of the lightning. Make sure it does not move at all and open the shutter to about 10 to 15 seconds and pretty much cross your fingers and hope that a bolt of lightning strikes whilst your shutter is open. Tony McGrath asks, what are some essential travel equipment? Actually, that's not it. Let me have it. No, that is the question. Basically, every time that I go traveling, I make sure I have a camera. I always bring my GoPro. I do not leave anywhere without it. I have my laptop to edit all my stuff on. And I have a power bank so I can charge all my stuff on the go. For my power bank, I'm actually charging my phone with it right now. So good. It's by Orky and it charges it like 7 times over. So it's amazing. Meg would ask, what do you use to edit your photos for Instagram? I kind of touched on it before, but I use Adobe Lightroom Mobile. You can download a free version of the app or you can pay a certain amount of money, and literally every time you sync it from your computer, it syncs onto your phone. So I've got like 20,000 photos that I can just scroll through and go, yep, I want to use this photo. For Instagram stuff, I don't really like using Lightroom on my desktop just because the color, it does not match with how it looks on Instagram. So I like using my mobile phone to edit for Instagram, and when I edit for clients, I use Lightroom on my desktop, on my laptop. Didn't realize, but that was actually the last question. If you have any more questions you would like me to answer, please feel free to throw down a comment below and I will answer it maybe in another video, and I'll answer it in the comments as well. But I hope this is something you enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, please subscribe because it would mean a lot to me. Until next time, I hope you stay safe, but not too safe. Peace.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Oh, you know what? I've got some news as well. So me and my mate Dylan, who's actually just been chilling, like, what up, Dill? How you doing, bro? So come over here, man. All right, I don't know where you're gonna sit, but you can just sit there. Anyway, hold on, let me get this sorted. Oh, we good. Anyway, say hi, Dylan.
Hey.
We've been mates for about 10 years and we haven't done any traveling like overseas or anything. So we've finally decided that we are going to book a ticket to India. So we're kind of in the planning stages for that. We're doing a 10-day hike through the Himalayas, which is going to be rad, January next year. So if you also have any tips and stuff like that, throw them down below in the comments, and I'd love to hear about it because I have no idea about India, what I should see. Obviously, Taj Mahal is a must, but other than that, and we're also going on camels through the desert, which is going to be so cool. What do you reckon, mate? Latest.